As taught by Harry Wong, procedures are important in society. They help people function in an acceptable and organized manner. The classroom that students attend each day are training their students to be part of this society. Students entering school at a young age have not been trained on the expectations of them at school. Teachers incorporate rules, procedures, and routines into their classroom to help shape each student. A lack of planning rules and procedures in advance by the teacher will result in behavioral problems in the classroom. Procedures and rules are different. Procedures explain how things are done, and rules are expectations of behavior. Procedures are practiced regularly until they become routine. As Harry Wong stated, as a teacher, in the first days of school, only cover procedures that are necessary for the classroom to run smoothly, and then cover more procedures as they need to be. They minimize the time wasted by students if utilized effectively, and they reduce disruptions in the classroom. As an effective teacher, I plan on explaining to my students the reasons why rules are in place, how they should be followed, and if the rules are not followed, what consequences will be enforced. It will be important that I am constant in enforcing the rules at all time, which includes enforcing the consequences that follow. Students will expect me to follow the same rules that are set for them in the classroom. Just as repeated before, planning in advance is crucial. Rules need to be planned in advance and evaluated over time. If the rules are not increasing instruction and curbing behavioral problems, then they will need to be adjusted. They should guide students towards self-discipline and increased cooperation. The ultimate goal of teaching efficiently and effectively is to create a classroom environment for students to become responsible and promote independent learning and success. Designing a learning environment. Learners in the classroom require active and engaging learning environments. In these environments, students are learning from their own discoveries. They are transformed and shaped by the physical setting of the classroom. Learning environments need to be designed to help students and teachers develop critical thinking skills, social skills, and promote self-directed work. The physical environment of the classroom should act as a third teacher. The classroom needs to provide tools to promote student learning and guide learning. High-quality learning environments help children feel safe, secure, and valued, which increases students' self-esteem and motivation. The classroom environment should make students feel at ease, creating a home atmosphere. A good learning environment is clean. In my classroom, I will have students take responsibility. They will be given jobs to help keep the classroom clean. I will also keep my desk and areas tidy. A cluttered environment means that the teacher cannot instruct the students properly. In my classroom, I will create an environment where students receive recognition by displaying artwork and assignments. This display will rotate to represent current lessons, events, and holidays. The interaction between the environment and the learner in the classroom will determine the amount of learning that takes place. Peter Lippman, educator, researcher, and educational facility planner, stated, "The environment shapes the learner influences the environment." A learning environment needs to bring students together from different backgrounds and lifestyles with a focus geared towards student success. Managing disruptive behavior. A healthy classroom environment needs to promote student learning and protect students and teachers from escalating violence. An essential way to do this is by creating a safe climate in the classroom for my students. This can be done by providing engaging content and creating respectful relationships. I can also foster a culture that respects everyone. To minimize disruptive behavior, preventative measures can be put into effect that can be designed to manage disruptive behavior in the classroom through organization and communication. By clarifying my class expectations at the beginning of the year, including what is considered disruptive behavior in the classroom. This will create and improve the relationships between the students and me by adding to the classroom community. in turn creating a positive classroom community providing less disruptive behaviors. Another way to manage disruptive behavior is by encouraging an active learning community. Students will take more responsibility in using correct behavior, and they will be more involved in the lessons when I prepare in advance and use interactive teaching skills to keep the students involved. A very important part to this is seeking feedback from students. Students need to be provided with the opportunity to provide feedback about assignments and activities in the classroom. This will give the students a chance to talk about frustrations and show the teacher where they need to improve. The most effective way to stop disruptive behavior in the classroom is to address it immediately before it escalates. I have learned the importance of conflict resolution strategies when responding to disruptive behavior. First, identify the problem. Second, evaluate the impact of this behavior and the impact that it is having on the classroom. Third, acknowledge how the student is feeling. And lastly, help the student think of alternative ways to display their frustrations. Amy Murphy, author of Addressing Dangerous Behavior in the Classroom, suggests, foster a culture that respects everyone, a classroom that values mutual respect, the contributions of all students, an awareness of cultural differences, and opportunities for reflection and feedback is one that thrives. Disruptive behavior in the classroom can be prevented through the communication of expectations and organization in the classroom. As Professor Jensen pointed out, preventative measures such as seating arrangement, practicing and reinforcing classroom procedures, clear instructions, teachers' proximity, and being engaged with students will help small problems before they escalate. Teachers need to build a classroom community that shows that the teacher cares and expectations are defined. When students are kept busy and interested in learning concepts, it is unlikely that disruptive behavior will occur. I truly feel that these are important concepts to instill in the classroom in order to avoid disruptive behaviors. Communication. Communication between the teacher and parents is key to student success in the classroom. This communication will help students rise to the expectations in the classroom with help and guidance from home. Students will be more motivated to be successful and behavioral problems will be greatly diminished, having a positive effect on the classroom environment. Teachers need to give parents their undivided attention. As a teacher, I need to listen to the concerns that my students' parents have about their children and work as a team to set goals for us to accomplish together. If a student does not know what is expected in the classroom, then they are unable to help their child improve or succeed. Parents can be challenging to deal with, but at times they are frustrated when the teacher does not work as a team or lack communication skills. Parents can give valuable advice on how their children learn and behave. Let parents know you appreciate their support. Acknowledge their support from home while being specific about the positive influences their actions have had on their children during class.